Okay.
We have mimosas.
I know. Yeah.
Do one more.
Cheers. So thank you so much for joining us. My name is Jennifer, and I'm the HQ director of NST Pictures. Really excited because we have our first guest.
Hi.
It's going to be an exciting day because
I can't believe I'm the first one.
Yeah, well, I mean, the first is the best.
Yeah.
But we're really excited because we're talking about engagement shoots.
Yeah, my favorite.
And everything to prepare, how to prepare, what to expect, and why they're so great. And for those that don't know, this is Janae Kreshner with the founder and principal photographer of Brklyn View Photography. She's been capturing couples' most beautiful moments for the last 8 years or so. She's been recently voted by the Dimes, is voted best Brklyn photographer 2019. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, I won. You guys, everyone voted for me and it was so special.
Awesome.
So it means so much.
And also, you've been hand selected as New York City's best photographer for Brides Magazine, which I think is so awesome.
Yeah, that was a big honor.
Yeah.
They said one of the photographers to follow and get to know in New York City, and that was really incredible.
Absolutely.
So that was great.
Congratulations.
Thank
That
you.
is an accomplishment for sure. So thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I love NST, so we work together a whole bunch. I've been shooting weddings for 8 years, going in 9, and I think you might be at every other wedding that I photograph. So It's really nice to be here, and I love your shooters and your company, and the end product is really great.
Thank you.
Yeah, all my couples who use NST are very happy. So it's a really symbiotic relationship, and it's good.
Yes, thank you. So glad to hear that. Engagement shoots for you. Tell me a little bit about how you offer them in your collections. In terms of what you offer.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, great question. So engagements are an add-on. I always recommend them to my couples. They're really fun. They are such a great way to get comfortable in front of the camera. And I offer them in addition to the base collection. So I find that some couples really are pro engagement, or they don't want it at all. They're like, no, we don't need it. We'll just see you on the wedding day. So I don't include it in the base collection, but it is in the second and third. And of course we can add it on at any time, which has happened in the past a lot. They'll book me, they'll say, we don't want any engagement pictures. And then they'll start to see the engagement photos roll in from everybody else, and I'll get a phone call or an email like, let's add it on. I'm like, okay, great, so we'll do that too. So yeah, it's an add-on, and couples can choose to have it in or not. And I used to offer it as a one-off to people that weren't my wedding clients, but I don't do that anymore.
Okay.
Just because I feel like the engagement session is really special, and it's a really good bonding experience. That not to be able to photograph a couple's wedding was kind of a bummer.
Sort of like a disconnect.
Yeah. I put in a lot of time and effort to get to know them.
Sure.
And then somebody else got to shoot the wedding, and I was like, oh, well.
Yeah, totally.
So they're for Brklyn View photography couples only. But if I have a couple of dates open, I will open it up. So it depends.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And now do you find that most of your couples go with an engagement shoot?
Yeah, I say about 80%.
Oh.
It's pretty high. I don't do any winter engagements.
Okay.
It's very difficult to be romantic when you're wearing like 37 layers of coats.
Right. All that preparing for the outfit that you don't necessarily see.
Exactly. Yeah. So I found that over the years that spring, summer, fall, and like a little bit of November are perfect for engagements. So I think about 80% of my couples get it.
Nice.
Yeah.
And that sort of goes into why we, I think a lot of photographers, suggest, doing a shoot. And why would you say like your biggest reason for, encouraging your clients to do an engagement shoot?
Well, I think the biggest thing, it's such a good question, right? Because I get asked that a lot. Like, why should we do a shoot? And I think the best thing is, one, because we get to spend time together, right? So your relationship with your photographer can start to begin, right? You've done the homework, you've dated, you've signed the contract, you're in it, and now your relationship can really start to blossom and to grow and to connect.
Yeah.
So I find that my hour and a half, 2 hour engagements are the perfect time to really start that bond. And most grooms don't want to do it. But by the end of the session, they say, Janae, that was so much fun. We had the best time. We can't wait for our wedding.
Yeah.
So it's really a good way for you to know your photographer, for your photographer to know you, and also to get great pictures. You're gonna see how you look in photos, and your photographer will know how you guys interact, right? So you get comfortable in front of the camera before your wedding day, which is really important because your wedding day you're nervous. You know, I mean, I don't know any bride that has been like, oh, I'm totally cool. Like, you're nervous. So being comfortable and having a relationship already with your photographer puts you at ease. Yeah, and that's really special. And I also think the click of the camera can be nerve-wracking.
Oh.
Like hearing the sound, you know, and knowing what's happening. So getting
very interesting.
Yeah, getting used to that kind of before.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
That's an interesting point.
Yeah.
Because you're there taking photos from angles and trying to getting the perfect still.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can imagine hearing that.
Yeah, and then also like invoking emotion and getting them to be themselves.
Yeah.
You know, that can be really nerve-wracking, and having the practice beforehand during your engagement session to work out all the nerves makes you really comfortable on your wedding day. So I think that's really the biggest thing.
Yeah.
And most brides to be, and my couples say, yeah, we wanna work it out with you. We want to get it out of the way. So
right, that practice run.
Yeah, it's a practice run because it's also good to know what angles they look great in, where they're comfortable, how kissy are they. I always ask my couples, are you a kissy couple?
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Because I want to know, like, if you are comfortable expressing sort of that side of yourself.
Sure.
So to know that ahead of time is really important. So you don't have
a great question.
Yeah, so you don't have the awkwardness afterwards at the wedding when they're like, we're kissing the whole time. There's no pictures of us staring at the screen. So, it's good to have that background and get the feedback. I always ask for feedback from the engagement session. I'm like, are you happy? Is there anything you didn't like? Is there anything you want more of, less of? And it's really good feedback for your photographer.
Wow, that's another good point where you can sort of filter.
Yeah.
Or at least realign with them after they see the photos. That's a great point.
Yeah, I've had a couple people say, I don't like this side of my face. I don't like this side. I have a chin, make sure you tell me to stick it out. And I'm like, okay, that's the turtle pose. You gotta push it out. But I like to know that either during the shoot or beforehand, so I can make them look their best.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And that even goes for us, where we do something similar, what we call a save the date film.
Oh, cool.
So the same sort of approach where it's a really nice, fun wedding activity too. You get dressed up. We're telling a story. For us, it's a little bit more of a love story where we'll do perhaps an interview with the couples and really be able to move that into like a whole storyline of how they've met. But it's really to get those angles, get in front of that camera, understand the movement that might come with a cinematographer getting those angles.
Yeah, which is different from a photographer.
Right.
Yeah.
A little different from a photographer, and it's great to kind of know, what to expect.
Yeah.
And know that movement is happening for all the right reasons, and we're getting some really beautiful footage.
Yeah, and then you're gonna cut it all together.
Yeah.
So do most couples book that? Like, what about your couples?
We want to do more of them.
Okay.
I think. I think it's especially in the age of video is becoming very prime. People are enjoying it more. I think it really tells a great story. Plus, a lot of our clients are doing wedding websites where video can. You can put your video there and really have a life. It can have a life there, and really just be a nice complement to photography.
Yeah.
Where you can just have this other medium and allow your guests to get a good sense of who you are and just have this beautiful documentation both in photo but also in video.
Yeah, no, they complement each other so well.
Yeah,
I get asked all the time, do I offer video? I'm like, no, I can only be really good at one thing. So you should call NST and you should hire them.
And we've certainly done them separate or with photographers too, and they're both a great time for the couples.
Oh, I was gonna say, so would you come with me for my session with my couple, like do their video so they did it all in one day, or do you do it separately?
Well, you know what, we've done both.
Oh, cool.
We've done both. So it really depends on the client, the time. If they have the time, certainly you know, if they could do it separate, that way you have, you can do your thing and then we can come and do another day and do our thing. But certainly we've done both and it works out just kind of like a mock wedding in the sense of just how everyone works so nicely together. And that we, you know, it's all for the client and getting some beautiful stuff.
Oh, I love that. That's so cool.
Yeah. What's your favorite spot in New York?
Oh, good question. Oh my goodness. I would say there are a lot. Like New York is pretty abundant in locations, but I definitely love Central Park during cherry blossoms.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if I could just have that forever, I would never get bored of it because it's so beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah. So this year I've already have like a couple of shoots already lined up, like temporarily, depending on when the blooms bloom. So we're gonna to go hard this year at that. Yeah.
Right, because like it kind of changes from year to year.
Yeah.
So you gotta be on the mark.
Yeah, it's like weather watch. I'm always like looking at the phone and I'm asking, who's been at the park this week? Are the blooms available?
Oh my gosh, they should be streaming live.
They do.
Do they?
Yeah. I think in
they've thought of everything.
In DC they stream live.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're a couple weeks after DC's blooms.
Okay.
So I kind of can gauge it a little bit.
Yeah. That's probably amazing.
Yeah, so I have a couple of secret spots that I love in Central Park. And then I love Brklyn, of course. I'm from Brklyn. Well, not originally from Brklyn, but lived there long enough. And there are a couple of great spots in Prospect Park that I love.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Dumbo.
Yeah.
Again, early, because it's so busy there. And then Brooklyn Bridge Park is pretty cute too. And then Soho, Cobblestone Streets. I feel like that's really like New York classic.
Yeah. But I love the idea of like smart to go early.
Yes.
To get it, to get it in there before fresh day, fresh makeup.
Yes.
You know.
You're a little tired, but you wake up. You know, you're not.
You got that first jolt of energy for the day.
Yeah, and you're not tired from the work day. So it's something to look forward to.
Yeah.
And then you get it over with. It's over. You go to work at 9, you're like,
And you look fabulous.
Yes.
You got the best outfit on.
And you make sure your fiance takes you out for dinner. You're like, I didn't do this for nothing, honey. Let's go out.
This is a full 24-hour cycle of looking good right here. We got to make it all work.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. That's so smart, and especially in like Central Park, where you can almost you're going early enough that you can really, like you said, just sort of like be your own city.
Park. Yeah, and the dogs, because the dogs are allowed to be off their leash really early, so it's you and all the puppies. It's really fun. But if you go early enough, you can beat the tourists. Yeah.
That's good tips here. Very good tips.
Good tips. You heard it here first, people.
Yeah, only here for me. Only here.